Just what in the hell is a fluid messenger? As I often say, flexible, fluid, and of course, incredibly humble messenger. Simple. It's not the size of the wave, but the motion of the ocean. And I know I have at least 2 subs to my channel. No names, people. Your secrets are always safe with me. I'll just call them Tawny C and Hot Betty, who just might, I didn't say would, I said just might, think the motion of the ocean is another way of saying it's not the size of the horizon meets the eyes, but the throb of the knob that does the job. And by the way, Hot Betty, you are married to Lieutenant Commander McHale, who only joined the Navy to ride the waves. Fluid means you go with the flow. A fluid messenger is one who is neither a pessimist, the glass is half empty, or an optimist, the glass is half full. Fluid messenger means you're a realist, you need a bigger glass. And as I often tell my good friend Mooch and Murray, someday we're going to get a bigger oven, if you know what I mean. Fluid messengers have defeated and overcome cognitive dissonance and denial of the facts. Yes, oftentimes the facts suck. Reality can suck. But you deal with the facts and put away your silly beliefs that aren't yours anyway. We all, that includes me, people, have been programmed. From day 1 of kindergarten to the first time you were forced into Sunday school, I too traveled the same road most of you did. It really is an uphill battle to free your mind. And it's only when your mind is free you then realize the awesome power of truth. Rightfully, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I've told you all 33 times there are no political solutions to spiritual problems. One simple case in point. Kevin McCarthy, after 15 tries, is the new Speaker of the House. Now, I really don't give a shit about phony-ass politicians. As Rick Wiles pointed out the other night, why do you get so many attempts? Why not? You're nominated once, Congress votes, you don't make it, so now move on, get the F out of the way, nominate someone else. What is up with that nonsense where you're nominated over and over again until you make it? What a scam, what a racket, what a sham. And the Patriot 20, the Republican holdouts who kept McCarthy from his goal, did they demand anything, people? Anything from McCarthy to trade for their votes that would help us? Anything? Hell no. They wanted more Republicans on the Rules Committee. Big fucking deal. Now, if after this shit show you still believe voting harder will change anything, good luck with that. You have my blessings. But I'm not here to talk about politics or religion directly, even though we all know politics and religion affect us daily. Nope. I've been told at least 33 times by the American Beef Council, beef, it's what's for dinner. And while this might sound very elementary, beef comes from cattle. You want to know more, people? Then stay with me, because I'm just getting started on a Saturday, the 7th of January, 2023. My oh my, time's moving. I'll tell you what, if I ever got exiled to a remote prison island, and I was offered to pick one of the animal protein groups, because that's the only one you're going to get the rest of your life, you're going to be eating it, so pick wisely, the choice for me would be easy. Out of pork, fish, fowl, or beef, I'm going with beef. One of the most versatile animal proteins. Said another way, there are so many ways to prepare, so many delicious ways to prepare so many cuts and grinds of beef. It's often on my dinner table. That is, as often as we can afford it. An issue that is bad, and I'm afraid getting worse. Now you guys know how restricted my free speech is on this channel. So you're going to have to figure out what I'm saying compared to what I'm trying to say or would like to say but can't say. The harvesting of cattle. Well, I have nothing against it. I'm all for it, and sure glad somebody else does it. So I don't have to. By far, hamburger is my go-to meal. When I look in the refrigerator or the freezer, or the wife says, got anything planned for supper? 9 out of 10 times I'll say, well, I could grill some burgers. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love to say 50% of the time, half the time, I could grill a couple of steaks, but goddamn, that option is getting outrageous. Food inflation is very real, and unfortunately, food scarcity will be upon us very soon. Don't doubt me on that. So, cattlemen, you have my full support. Keep it local. Buy it local, people. And chicken and pork producers, I've got nothing against your offerings either. You too have my support, and you guys know I do buy local. Just the other day, the owners of the Bonnepeter Pit, no names, people, come on, we'll just call him Bad Jesus and his wife, ordered through my wife 1 case of 28-ounce beef tenderloins. I think the French call it filet mignons. Price $351 wholesale. Son of a bitch. That works out to $17.55 a pound. Almost $9 for an 8-ounce serving. Although I'm still pissed off, in a way I'm kind of glad I'm out of the bar grill business. Simply due to the cost of inventory. What would you have to charge for a surf and turf special? You know, the 8-ounce lobster with the 8-ounce beef tenderloin? God damn. As pro-beef as I am, I stick to the muscle cuts. You can grind them. You can slice them thin. You can give me a big, thick, inch-and-a-half juicy porterhouse. But I'm not a big fan of the harvested organs. The hearts, the kidneys, the tripe, good God, and the nasty sex organs. You know, I'll be 68 in July, and I can honestly say I have not knowingly ever ate a nut, a testicle. However, I'm sure some meat packer slipped nuts, assholes, and eyeballs into a hot dog I've eaten over the years. God. Now, read between the lines, people. The harvesting of cattle to obtain their organs doesn't sit well with me. I'm going to play a very edited, by me, to protect my channel, of course, of a True News broadcast the other night. I can't name the country involved, but you could always ask Murray. He knows everything. Let me bring this up here. This will be brief. This is going to be a short podcast today. I really believe it. Here we go. Highly edited, people.
The story says a Russian former senior official argued the war in Ukraine became a very profitable battlefield for black market transplantologists. That's your new word for today, in a report picked up by several Russian media outlets. In an interview with Russian outlet, I'm not even going to try that one, retired Major General of Police and ex-head of the Russian Central Bureau of Interpol, Vladimir Ovchinsky, claimed the armed forces of Ukraine are delivering human organs harvested from the dead and wounded in the war. People who are still alive, such as Russian prisoners of war and even Ukrainian civilians who happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Let's just take a moment. While we're looking at this, this gentleman that's making the accusation is a retired major general in the Russian military police. And not only that,
but the former head of the Russian branch of Interpol.
I'm going to have to stop it there, people. Harvesting organs of people while they're still alive, well, they do have more value, you know, if the heart's still beating. So here's a takeaway. We aren't talking about four-legged cattle, are we now? And somebody out there really does see all of us as two-legged cattle that needs to be culled and have organs harvested. The ghouls are not just in the fairy tales anymore, people. This is the real world. This is the world that I think very soon will be goddamned. Link below to the True News episode. Watch it or don't. But you know what? I got stuff to do. Man, I got a lot of stuff done yesterday.